This is TOS Television, your digital first Pan-African news network. I am Abigail Ukmade, and this is Africa Now. An Amnesty International 36-page report says Ethiopian and Eritrean troops have raped hundreds of women and girls during the Tigray war, subjecting some to sexual slavery and mutilation. The report, published on Wednesday by the human rights group, says investigations are ongoing by Ethiopian law enforcement officials, with at least 3 soldiers convicted and 25 others charged. Northern Ethiopia has been racked by violence since November after Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, the 2019 Nobel Prize winner, sent troops into Tigray to topple its regional ruling party, the Tigray People's Liberation Front. Nearly a month since violent clashes in Ethiopia's Tigray region prevented UNHCR staff from reaching to camps for Eritrean refugees, the UN Refugee Agency and its partners have regained access. The delivery of urgently needed assistance started on 5th August for the 23,000 refugees in Mai Aini and Adi Harush camps. However, access is limited by a complex and fluid security situation, and refugees continue to face dire conditions. Basic services such as healthcare remain unavailable, and clean drinking water is running out. Now to Chad. Opposition armed groups have been invited by Transitional President Mahamat Idris Deby to participate in a national dialogue to determine the future of the country, reversing Syria's previous statement that the government would not negotiate with rebels. The junta previously refused to negotiate with rebel groups, in particular the fighters from the Front for Change and Concord in Chad. Deby, who seized power in April after his father, the former president, who was killed while visiting troops fighting an insurgency in the north, says the frank and sincere dialogue they all hope for will be open in a specific manner to the political military movement. Petty practices, political calculations, and regard battles that have already caused them much harm to our country must be banished forever, he adds. Again, South Africa's jailed former president's long-delayed corruption trial has been postponed to September 9th following his hospitalization on Friday for an undisclosed medical condition. Jacob Zuma, who was jailed last month for a 15-month sentence on a separate contempt of matter that led to a wave of looting and unrest. High Court Judge Piet Cohen granted the postponement but ordered Zuma's team to produce a medical report by August 20th. He also ordered the state to appoint a medical doctor of its choice to assess whether Zuma was fit to stand trial and give evidence. Kenya and Somali have agreed to reset the Kenya-Somali relations after months of strained ties. This comes after Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta held bilateral talks with visiting Somali Prime Minister Mohamed Rabul in the coastal city of Mombasa. The bilateral relations between the two neighboring countries have been strained for several months after Mogadishu accused Nairobi of violating its sovereignty and interfering in the country's political affairs. Kenyatta, who led the Kenyan delegation, says there is need to collaborate more in areas such as security, trade and investments by fully implementing the 2015 Joint Commission for Cooperation in order to prosper. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You are watching Africa Now. We move to business after the break, so stay tuned. Thank you for staying with us in business. Oil and gas company BP has agreed to sell till $29.3 million outstanding commitment to drill an exploration oil in Gambia's offshore A1 block, which the company was awarded 2 years ago, the Gambian government says. Government spokesperson Ebirimi Sankare, in a statement, says in July 2020, BP told the government it would not be able to drill a well in the A1 block due to a change in its corporate strategy towards low-carbon energy. BP's deal in Gambia followed a $1 billion entry into gas fields in offshore Senegal and Mauritania in 2016 that included plans to build a liquefied natural gas plant to export West African gas worldwide. And away from business to health. According to World Health Organization on Tuesday, at least 4 people have turned up as contacts of a man who died in Guinea from highly infectious Ebola-like Marburg virus. The Marburg case, which the WHO said was the first in West Africa, was confirmed in southern eastern Guinea. Georges Kazebo, the WHO country head in Guinea, says there is no known secondary case. The contacts have been traced and 155 people are under observation for 3 weeks. Marburg fatality rates in past outbreaks have varied from 24% to 88% of those infected. To COVID-19 updates, after taking delivery of 4 million doses of Moderna vaccines with shipments of Johnson & Johnson shots are also due imminently, Nigeria is set to restart COVID-19 inoculations on August 16, the head of the Primary Healthcare Agency disclosed on Tuesday. The rollout of vaccines was halted on July 9th because supplies had run out. Latest data show that in June, only 2 million people of the West African countries' over 200 million population had received 1 vaccine dose and 700,000 had received 2 doses. Now, to accelerate the pace of COVID-19 vaccinations, Morocco has gone digital. People will now be able to track their vaccination process from registration to receipt of their second dose by using a QR code with their mobile device at the vaccination center in Erma near Casablanca. Dubbed the Smart Vaccinodrome by local media, the site aims to inoculate 3,000 to 4,000 people a day. Morocco has administered the most vaccine doses of any country in Africa. In mid-June, the kingdom partially reopened its tourism industry. And now, away from health matters. 42 people on Tuesday were killed in Algeria forest fires, including 25 soldiers deployed to help put out the blaze, the government says. Thick clouds of smoke from dozens of separate fires reached through forest areas across northern Algeria, covering much of the mountainous Kabylia region east of the capital. Interior Minister Kabel Bejoud accused arsonists of igniting the flames without providing more details on the allegations. And that is Africa Now. For more updates, to visit our website at www.TOS Follow us and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. To stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Abigail Ukwadi. Thanks for watching.